A strong and independent woman is something to behold. She pays her own bills, buys her own things, and she doesn't let a man affect her stability or self-confidence. She is a soul-rich woman. Are you ready to be rich doing what you love? Be on purpose and in control of your life again. At For Women Who Love the F Word podcast, we will be openly talking about getting more clients online, getting recognition as the leader and female entrepreneur, and also the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. It's time to own and love the F word. Welcome to the show.
Today we have a really special guest with us. Her name is Christina, and she's the co-founder of Scalized, which is focusing on investments. So let her introduce herself.
So hello everybody, my name is Christina Chen. I was born in China, grew up in China, and then went to the UK. My background is in computer science and have been doing tech investments as a venture capitalist for 10 years. And now really recently I've come out to co-found Scalized, which is a new generation technology investment fund based in London.
And earlier on we were discussing, you said that your interest is in robotics.
Yeah, so we actually focus a lot of our interest and capital in deep tech technology, so robotics, artificial intelligence, cloud technology, etc.
So what is your vision for your company?
We want to be the new generation investment funds, i.e. funds that really power the new generation entrepreneurs. What I mean by that is not only the new technologies that come, cutting edge technology, we're talking about the AI, artificial intelligence, etc., but the new global wave of entrepreneurs who are looking at not only their own home markets, but looking at going abroad, going global, want to build a even more global business. Right.
So you also have your own networks that you bridge?
So we have already a pretty broad venture partner network, and what that means is really a network of advisors in different key markets. Although we are headquartered in London, we have partners in Silicon Valley and San Francisco. We have partners in Asia, so mostly in China, Beijing, Shanghai, Hong Kong. We also have partners in continental Europe, in Geneva, etc. Wow. So this is really the key word here is really global, because I think for every entrepreneur who has a seed idea, there is potential for it to have global impact.
Wow, I'm so amazed because you are so well connected. I'm sure your journey has not been, really a smooth one. Could you share with us a little bit more about your journey to be where you are today?
So, it's been a long time. I've been doing investment for 10 years. You start from nobody. You start from being nobody to be, I'm at Rise events today, really almost sort of giving my knowledge to the next generation, almost experiences. I've had... we're talking about female here. Being a female in a very male-dominated finance industry is different, is challenging sometimes. It's just not the norm. So it's, it comes on a daily basis as how, entrepreneurs interact with you, how other financial investors interact with you, etc. So I work in although we sort of invest in very cutting edge next generation.
Christina, be honest, okay?
Although we work in a very sort of cutting edge, new generation sort of technology trend in the technology world, our industry, the finance industry, is quite old-fashioned in some ways. And there are certain, traditions that have been set and the expectations. So to give a very sort of memorable experience of mine is that I've been told about how I look and how I dress, etc. Not wearing black all the time, and how I look different to. I work in Europe also in a very white environment. I've been commented on that, and I think although it's I think one message out there for a lot of great women out there is, do not be afraid to be different. In fact, you will be remembered because you're different, and do not try to fit in always. And I didn't always get that. You know, when you grow up, you want to be part of the group. You don't want to always stick out as a sore thumb. But as you grow, actually, you want to be different, because then you'll be remembered.
Wow. When you said this, my hair stand. Because I really resonate with you.
Right.
Like, I really believe in creating the brand and don't conform to the norms and be different, stand out, you know. But of course, 树大会招风.
That's true. Yeah. You don't look like us. You're not dressing enough colors. You're dressing too many colors. You should look at XYZ, someone else in the office who is more, you know, conform to the standard black suit. Also, in fact, I was told that, you know, you shouldn't look like a third person who's already made it, and she's, you know, already top of the food chain, so she can dress whatever the way she is, but you're not. So I think, I mean, this is one of the. It really hit me, because that was really something very personal to me. Obviously, it is addressing something very personal directly at me. But only is then I realized, you know what? I am different, and I accept it now, and I come to terms with it.
Wow. Yeah. And you continue to dress the way your colors and.
Yes, I realized that in this day and age, you very often come across doing business or in a social environment across somebody, so people who are completely different background from you, because the world is so global now, so international.
Okay.
And the ability for you actually to accept differences actually can set you apart, in the sense that can make you more successful, can make you do more business, can do better business, and actually enjoy doing business, for example. And that's just really what I learned. Yes.
And for you to grow your circle of influence, I'm sure you meet a fair share of obstacles as well, like, you know, to find funds to invest in. So what are some of the challenges that you have overcome? Because I really believe that we are not what we have done, but we are what we have overcome.
Yeah, very interesting. That's very true. You know, I start from nowhere. When you go into the business of, you know, in the finance business or in the investments business, you go out and network, and you meet investors who have done been in the industry for many years. You meet investors who have invested in Google and Facebook, and you know, you want to be one of them. You want to also convince the entrepreneurs, I can be, and I will be, and I can make you be part of the journey for you to become that successful. And people don't believe you to start with, frankly, because you are nobody. You're nobody. So there's a lot of. I've been to many networking events. I start from, I'm at a panel here. I start with very small panels with, evening events on Tuesday evenings with, a handful of entrepreneurs who want to share ideas, and then the work grow, and you say stupid things, you make stupid mistakes, but you kind of learn from that, and then you get better and better, and hopefully your stage gets bigger and bigger, so that your ideas are heard, and you can reach out to hopefully more entrepreneurs come to you, and can be part of the investment story as well. Yes.
I'm curious, how does success look like to you?
I really want to empower entrepreneurs. Empower entrepreneurs who have a game-changing idea. We have in this technology world a lot of, I don't want to talk them down, but there are a lot of sort of not game changers, but sort of just making your life a little bit easier, a little bit better. But I'm looking for disruptions, looking for things that change the game, change the landscape, and using artificial intelligence and some of the latest technology to do that. And that takes time, patience, knowledge, money, and I want to be the person or the brand behind doing all of that, so that we can actually make this world a better place. It needs to actually empower these change agents, I guess.
I love it that you said that you want to empower entrepreneurs. And I can feel that probably someone mentored you before. Did someone mentor you?
No, actually, this is a very big thing for me. Is mentor networks or mentorships. It plays a huge part in someone's, especially a sort of upcoming business person, whatever field you're doing. Having a mentor is so important. I am still looking for one. It does not have to be gender specific or the same gender, same origin, but someone you look up to. I'm still looking for someone that I can look up to and willing to share their life experience with me so far. Yes.
Have you got any?
Now that I can say my mentors, I look up to Sheryl Sandberg a lot.
Lean in.
Yes, Lean In is obviously it's a big movement. I follow her Instagram. The amount of energy and work, but positivity that she radiates, doing a job of a COO, like a full-time CEO of a multi-billion public company, and doing all of these other initiatives to empower other people. And she's also got Option B, which is another book to help people overcome difficulties and setbacks. I think that's just amazing. I wish one day I have the platform to do that, and all I wish for is I could help people, a lot of people like she does.
Would you consider coming on board So Rich Women to mentor some of our entrepreneurs?
Yes, happy to. Of course, yes. Because I think I really a strong believer in mentorships.
Okay, so as a VC, what are some of the qualities you look for in a startup that eventually you put your funds into them?
So, know your stuff. Know your shit.
Yeah, I like that.
So you definitely need to know whatever industry sector. I mean, it doesn't have to be tech. Whatever business that you're in, you need to know not only what you're doing, but how you're positioning different from the others. Sustainable competitive advantage is very important for any business to be successful. That's one thing. That's a more general sort of business advice.
Do you look at founders or numbers? What specifics do you look at?
So because of the type of, because we invest in deep tech and because we typically invest in what we call Series A and above, i.e. companies with some traction already, not from the very beginning, it is really the product, the IP, the technology behind it, and really understanding how that is different from what is already out there. And obviously, I mean, the founders is a very important part of that. How to realize that dream, that idea, how to realize that into a commercial business takes a lot of execution and mind power to do. Yeah.
Wow. Do you travel a lot?
Yes. So I'm in Hong Kong for less than 24 hours from London today.
And then you're flying off?
Yeah, so I landed this morning and I'm going back tonight.
But are you based there?
Based probably in the air. I'm, officially based in London. That's right.
Okay, so what are some of the tools that you use to keep you in order? Like, for example, what?
Organized.
Yeah, organized, yeah.
Calendar, so my phone. I cannot live without my phone. So my calendar, email, obviously. There's a very good, I mean, if you're looking for good to-do list or things like that, Trello, Trello is a good to-do list, not only for yourself, but also for the team. Happiness planner, if you've heard of that.
What's that?
Happiness planner is really focused on positive reflections. So it's you look back every day what you think have happened today, what you've achieved, what you're proud of, and then you look for the next day. What are you excited about? What do you want to focus on?
Wow!
So it's not it has a to-do list, etc. But it's also to do with to build your mental strength, which is very important for entrepreneurs.
Wow. Do you do that every day?
The more frequent. I'm yet to keep it up every day. I've probably only missed 3-4 days so far. But the obviously the more frequent. Actually, you get into the habit of doing it, And it's a really enjoyable thing. You look back the day and see what's good has been done.
Wow, that's really cool. Okay, so one last question. What advice would you give? Okay, actually 2 more questions. What questions will you usually ask startups? Like maybe the top few questions that you usually ask.
One thing I quite like to ask, one I really like to ask is, where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 to 10 years from now? Especially for very young startups, obviously it's a very uncertain time for them, and it's hard to even see what the business will become in 1 year's time or 6 months' time. But having a peek into the entrepreneurs, the founders' sort of vision can really give you a sense of the kind of people they are, whether they are long-term, short-term, they're commercial, or more mission-driven, they're more technical, more people. It's really actually quite an interesting answer you will get. Quite telling.
Okay, so that's the first one. The other one?
The other one is about competitive advantage. For anybody who wants to raise funding about your business, whatever that business is, make sure that you have that nailed when we talk to investors. Why you're different.
I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Wow. Is it usually very hard for people to answer these questions?
If you can succinctly say why you're different in 1 or 2 lines, very compellingly, that's already half of the journey, I think. If you are looking at I meet hundreds of businesses every year. A lot of them cannot succinctly say that because it's, unique ideas come by not that often.
But can they prepare?
Yes. It's really practice, reduced down. Well, it comes down to know your stuff, right? If you know your business well, if you know your market well, you know exactly why you're different.
Wow. Okay, last question.
Sure.
What advice would you give aspiring entrepreneurs and female entrepreneurs in my community?
One thing that really inspired me was this quote, maybe also from Sheryl Sandberg, is, what would you do if you're not afraid? So we also, here, fortune favors the bold. It's really, I think, you can only dream big. Only if you dream big, you can achieve big.
Are you dreaming big?
I hope I am. I'm every day I'm challenging myself to dream bigger so I can achieve more.
So actually, how much are you looking to raise for yourself so that you can invest in startups? I'm just curious. Is it okay to share the number?
We don't have a number yet. Definitely not official. But I think really for us in many years' time, really, we are looking in the $1 billion range because that's really when you can make a huge impact to a lot of the game-changing things we want to do. Hopefully we'll get there.
And I wish you success in everything that you do.
Thank you, Tanisha. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah, so thank you very much for watching today's episode. All the show notes will be on Facebook as well as soulrichwoman.com. I'm Janisha Laura signing off. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm so honored that we are connected, and I hope that I can continue to serve you as you build your dreams. And if you love this episode, and I hope that you did, rate it 5 stars. Give us that glowing review because it will help more women around the world finding the Soul Rich Woman podcast. Alone you are strong, together we are unstoppable. Now share this with every woman who needs it because this is how we are changing the world, one woman at a time. As always, get out of your comfort zone and go towards the dreams you've always wanted to achieve. For women who love the F word, being fabulous, having freedom, and financial independence. My dear soul rich woman, sending you my love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.